Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 23rd, and on today's pod, we will update you on all the latest news involving the Razorbacks. Wyndham Clark is your U.S. Open champion. Team USA is 2-0 in the World Cup. Dusty May is heading to Dallas to take over the Mavericks. And at the end of the podcast, we will give you our top 5 favorite Razorback football players of all time each. Be curious to see how we stack up. We came up in the same era, so destined
bound
to have
to be some overlap.
Yeah, bound to be some overlap. Best friends in high school, talked about the games every day, so
Yeah.
Gonna be some overlap. But yeah, that'll be fun. So anyways, Andrew, how has your week been?
So far, so good. Yeah, had a good Father's Day on Sunday. Got to relax, watch a little U.S. Open. Then went and spent some time with my brother and his family and my parents, and so that was good. Got to play a little golf on Friday with my dad. And then took the kids to see Toy Story 5 today. So,
nice.
So
that's on the docket this week, I think, for our house.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. So
I haven't seen Toy Story 4.
What?
Maybe. I've seen Toy Story 3, I think.
I would hope so. That's the best one.
I didn't even know there was a Toy Story. When they said Toy Story 5, I was like, I didn't know we were at 5. What happened where'd 4 go? So yeah, I definitely have not seen 4.
They're all good. Like, they all stand on their own as good. It's one of the very rare movie franchises that each one can stand on their own as a good movie. I mean, obviously,
I have to watch 4 before I go watch 5?
Yeah, you're gonna want to.
Okay.
There's gonna be characters you don't know if you don't.
Yeah. I'll
watch 4.
I'll get that.
4's pretty good, but no, I mean, I think the first one came out in 1995, so we were, what, 7, 8 years old?
7, 8, yeah.
So there's been a lot of the like the reels and memes and stuff being like, I was Andy when the first one came out, and now I'm Andy's mom, or like, Andy's dad, and so it's like it was almost like they were our toys, like we've grown up with these things. So it's kind of crazy that something that long over time has made it. And obviously there's a couple voice changes because you've lost some voice actors that were, some of the characters. So anyway, yeah, it was.
I may just have to binge watch all 5 here before we go, or all 4 before we go watch number 5. Just have a Toy Story day.
It's a tall order, but they're all good. So, yeah. I still think 3 is the best one.
Okay.
1 is number 2. 1 is the second best. I'll just say the order real quick now that I've seen all 5. I'll go 3, 1, 5, 4, 2. And that's going to be a very unpopular opinion. For whatever reason, Toy Story 2 is my least favorite one, but
okay.
Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, I need a refresher, so I'll jump on that here in the next week or so.
Somebody comment and tell me how wrong I am on that.
While you were watching Toy Story, I was watching House of the Dragon this weekend. Season 3, episode 1, after a year off.
Can I just interject just real quick and ask, what is House of the Dragon?
You're not serious. You're not serious.
I'm very serious. Hand to God. My name in the original English, the Drake surname means dragon. So I feel like I should know what this means. What this is. I don't know what it is.
Is your Twitter not just flooded with House of the Dragon stuff? I mean, it's everywhere.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't been on Twitter in a while.
So, but please indulge. I know you have not watched Game of Thrones. We discussed that a while back.
Correct.
So, House of the Dragon is from the same world as Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Same families. It's just a prequel 150 years in advance. So we
So
have
this is
Game of
before Game of Thrones
yes,
takes
yes,
place.
correct, correct,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Now, it's all based off of books. So, there's the people who read all the books, they kind of already know how all this plays out.
Okay.
Even though House of the Dragons deviated from the books, apparently, and some people are not happy about it. But
Okay.
House of Dragon season 3, episode 1, which dropped on Sunday night, was the most expensive production in the history of film or TV show making or whatever. The most expensive show ever filmed.
Well, I would
So,
imagine if it's called how they got to go find a dragon. I'm sure
there's like
that
12.
12 dragon. Yeah, those aren't cheap. You got to go back in time and go get those things and bring it back, right? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
or is it all
Yeah.
CGI? These aren't real
So
dragons.
I have no idea if it's real or CGI. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
If you're asking me just to take a guess, they look pretty real to me.
Okay. Hey.
So,
Hey.
anyways, we may have to. Gosh, House of Dragon, man. Game of Thrones, you got to get it on the list, brother. I'm telling you, once you start, you won't stop. So you better make sure you're all in, because there's
How
7
many?
seasons.
There's 7
And
seasons of Game of Thrones.
yeah, and it's you won't be able to stop. So
I remember.
um,
Yeah. So I remember. I hopped on the Walking Dead thing in like season 3, I think. And I think I got like a total of like 6 hours of sleep that week because
right,
I watched
right.
uh the first episode of Walking Dead, and then they always leave you with like a little like something to make you really want to watch the
Oh
next
yeah,
one.
oh
And
yeah,
so there's like,
oh
well, I
yeah,
got to find out what happened there. So it's the
yeah,
same thing with
yeah,
Yellowstone. I
yeah.
didn't start Yellowstone until season 2, so I watched like all of season 1 in
Yeah.
an embarrassingly short amount of time.
Dang right. Yellowstone's great. Yellowstone's great.
Yeah.
And I lied. There's eight seasons of Game of Thrones. I
Oh
apologize.
gosh, dude, what are you
8
doing to
seasons.
me?
So, oh, it's crazy. So, but anyways, yeah. So while you were watching Toy Story, I was watching House of Dragon on my
Yeah.
Father's Day. But yeah, good Father's Day here too. We did some beef tenderloin for Father's Day.
All
So
right.
can't beat that. And
Outstanding.
got some swimming and the whole nine. So good weekend here. Got our last week of travel ball this weekend, so state tournament in Cabot. So
Your old
get
Cabot.
that done. Yeah, get that done this weekend and take a few months off. And 3-on-3 basketball and flag football will be here before we know it after a couple months of freedom. So
Okay.
it's just a never-ending cycle.
Yep.
But to the big news, Dusty May leaving Michigan, headed to coach the Dallas Mavericks, following in the footsteps of the great John Calipari, leaving college to go coach the pros. No, but in all seriousness, let's see, Rick Pitino, Cal, Brad Stevens,
Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan. There may be one or two more, but it's a short list.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short list. So, but why is that important to us here in Arkansas, will you ask? Well, for obvious reasons. Who's going to go poach some of the Michigan studs? I think it's probably overreacted. I think majority of them are going to stay, but for the right offer, and they do get a special transfer portal window. It's like 2-week window since their coach left. There's going to be somebody leave. I don't know who, and there may be two, but you got to make the call. You got to try. We were all on, Mustafa Cham from Cincinnati, and supposedly we were in the final 3 or whatever for him, and he wanted to go play for the big man guru, Dusty May. Well, guess what? The big man guru's out the door. So maybe it's not as appealing to him. Is it possible that a guy or two leave? Yeah. Is it? The odds, I would say, are very slim, though. Are very slim. So, who's got NIL money left? You know, there's probably not a ton of rosters that have money slash room. But for a couple of them guys, for the JP Estrelas and the Mustafa Chams of the world, you make room on your roster
Yeah.
if you can get them. But
Yeah.
Dusty May was more, and he was very public about, you know, just the uncertainty in college basketball and how, you know, just the NIL world and the eligibility world, you know, and he's very public. You know, I think it was Matt Norlander had got that couple questions with him, and you know, he's just the uncertainty of college basketball. So he wanted something a little more set in stone and knows how it works, and get to go coach Cooper Flag, and
Yeah.
you know, go give it a run and see. So,
Yeah.
thoughts on Dusty May?
Well, first of all, what a 5-year run. I mean, like, to go from FAU, taking FAU to the Final Four national championship game, and then go to Michigan, 2 years, win a national championship, to the NBA. I mean, that's like so you couldn't write that in that short of a span. So, yeah, I mean, congrats to him. His team was probably the most fun to watch last year, and as far as like just they were everywhere, and so uh, yeah, what a run by him. You know, if that's a lot of these guys' dream, I'm sure maybe to. I don't think it would have ever been mine, but to go to the professional level, especially in the NBA, there's so many egos. But college now is basically the same thing.
Same
So
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
it's just a different time.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, kudos to him. I would assume Dallas area is a lot more fun area to live than Ann Arbor, Michigan. Haven't been to Ann Arbor, but I know that the winters are not as brutal. So anyway, yeah, that's big unexpected news came
Yeah, it
this
came out of
morning.
nowhere. Came out
Yeah,
of nowhere.
the day that we're recording this on Monday. So
Yeah. Well, and you know, back in the day, I felt like you had your college coaches and your NBA coaches for the most part,
hmm
because you either loved to recruit or you didn't. You wanted your
yeah,
GM and your staff to build your roster, and
hmm
in the NBA, you just coach.
yeah,
And recruiting's not for everybody,
hmm
but some coaches loved it and some don't. And now the way it is today, like Mike Malone, you know, won a championship with the Nuggets, and now he's coaching the North Carolina Tar Heels. You never saw that in the past.
yeah.
And so it's almost just the same deal. You just, you know, you're signing players, you're offering them money, you're buying them, and it's just almost the same game now to an extent. So I don't know. It's you know, if you're not into all that, if you're not into the buying players, then why not be in the NBA and let your GM handle it all? That way you ain't got to deal with it. You just coach
Yeah,
ball. So
yeah.
um yeah, it's a different era. So yeah, we'll see. Dusty May, I think him being out of college is good for everybody else who's trying to win a national championship. He's obviously a great coach and
hmm
knows what he's doing. So getting him out kind of clears the way for somebody else, hopefully. So but yeah, we'll see. I'm sure we'll know the next week or so or less. You know, there'll be some rumors, reports on who's staying, who's listening. Because you got to remember, dude, these agents they're slime balls,
hmm
and they got their guy to Michigan for a number, but now that there's an opportunity to get a bigger number,
hmm
they're gonna do it. You know,
Yeah,
they don't care about what's best for those kids, and so these
yeah.
agents are gonna be shopping these guys around to other colleges. And I've read all that about there being buyouts from this NIL deal, you know, these NIL deals now. And I mean, whatever. I'm sure there's a little slap on the hand buyout, but
Well,
um,
that might. I mean, I don't. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not involved, but I would think that a coaching change would null and void some of that because you're you're committed to the coach more than the school.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases. So I would I would think that a coaching change would permit somebody to leave without having to do a buyout. I don't know that,
Well,
but
these agents, they're smart. They put that in there. I mean,
yeah,
there's probably clauses in there about coaching changes. They can get out of buyouts or whatever. But
yeah.
like you said, who knows? I'm not a lawyer.
There was already a podcast today. I saw it on my reels. I don't know who it was. It was obviously somebody big enough to come across my reels where it wasn't a local one. It was a national show. Yeah. And of course, they're thinking replacements for Dusty May. Only name this guy throws out is the host of the show, whatever show it was, and I apologize. I don't remember the name of it. I didn't write it down, but he throws out John Calipari
I saw something
as
on Twitter about that.
uh, and so I'm like, I don't I don't think he's 2 years in ready
No.
to make it. But this guy was like spouting off like John Calipari's not like loyal to anyone. How Michigan has like so much more NIL money than Arkansas does. I was like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they may for the roster that they put together last year, and I think had probably one of the better ones going into next year. But I'm like, it's not like astronomical
It's not
different,
so much more.
right? Yeah, I
No.
mean,
Yeah.
if it is more at all. So,
Yeah.
um, anyway, yeah, just I don't know. It just sounded the guy that was saying it again. I don't know who it was, but just sounded pretty uneducated in
I was
what
gonna
he
say
was talking about.
sounds like an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Big Ten is a fit for Cal at all. So,
yeah,
the only job I was worried about Cal was like Carolina or something like that. When it came open. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm not worried about
I
Michigan. So
I did see an article. This was after I saw the podcast reel. This was just like an article scrolling on like Facebook or something, but said that USC is worried that they may lose their coach to Michigan,
yeah,
and that's somebody with a little less loyalty than I would say
yeah.
Calipari. So, yeah, I mean the USC experiment hasn't worked out for Muss. Does he? Does he? I mean, that's brutally different weather conditions
Yeah, right.
from
Yeah.
going from there. But
Leaving leaving home to go somewhere you can win at a high level really quick. Um, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to run with an interim for this upcoming year. So, I mean, I would be shocked if they were able to poach somebody
yeah,
this
that'd
late.
be although they got if they can keep the roster intact, they're gonna have a good roster. So
Yeah.
you could entice somebody that's not gonna have a great. They always say like anytime you accept a new job, your clock starts over. So
Yep. It
there's like
does.
somebody that's had success that maybe the last couple of years hasn't. I don't know. I'm just trying to think outside the box. I don't know off the top of my head who that would really be, but yeah, I mean, it would be an enticing.
Must.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be your top, probably your top one. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it would be an enticing job for somebody. But yeah, you're stepping away at a pretty awkward time to go take over a program. But
Yeah, I'm not too worried about Cal. That guy's an idiot. Whoever that was, I'm not
yeah,
not too worried about it. Speaking of NBA, we got the NBA draft this week. Actually
tonight as
tonight
we're
tonight as you're watching
yeah,
this. Let's make some official NBA draft predictions. Um, Darius Acuff. Where does Darius Acuff go? What pick into what team?
it's. I mean, I've been keeping up with it just because I am super interested in this draft more than most of recent times, obviously. But um, seems like the sixth spot is where the majority of the major outlets have him going. But
To the
obviously,
Brooklyn Nets.
yeah, Obviously, anything can happen, but I have seen like some things where other teams are super interested in him that could trade up. Apparently, I think we might have mentioned it last time, but apparently the Jazz were like blown away by his workout. They have the number 2 pick. I don't know that they would take him at 2, but maybe they trade down and get him if they really liked him. But it seems like the sixth spot is where most people have him going, which the Brooklyn Nets currently have him. They, right before we came on and started filming this, they just acquired Julius Randle and the number 28 pick from the Timberwolves. So without having to give up their 6 picks. So they got 6 and 28 and Julius Randle now. So we were joking right before we came on that they could get Cuff and Malik,
That's right.
possibly. So that'd be kind of cool. But
that'd be fun. I'm gonna say I'm going to go out on a limb here just because I saw one random Twitter report.
Okay.
Probably a very unreliable source. I don't even know who said it, but I'm gonna say Dusty May and the Dallas Mavericks trade up to the 6th spot to get Darius Acuff. There was a report that said Dallas was trying to trade up to get Acuff. So I don't know
Okay.
how high they would have to trade up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll go with 6 as well. But to Dallas instead of Brooklyn via trade.
I'd
And
love it.
now we have Darius and Cooper Flag running ship together in Dallas.
Well, and as of now, you still got Kyrie. So do you trade Kyrie to do that?
I guess so. Kyrie's on his last leg, so
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I'd love to see him go to Dallas. Anywhere closer
yeah,
to
for sure.
here, and like, I just don't want him to go to like the Sacramentos or the Portlands of the world. Like,
Yeah.
would love for him to go to Dallas or
I mean, you got like Golden State at 11. I mean, that would be really neat to even Chicago at 4. Like, just go to a team who's relevant, not
right,
Brooklyn or
yeah,
Sacramento or Atlanta. Oh,
yeah.
but that's kind of the deal with Anthony Black. I mean, I still watch AB every time he's on, but the Magic, and they've made the playoffs the last couple of years, so they're getting better.
Well, the
But
Magic are at least a cool, like small market team. It's just like
they're just like
Sacramento.
they're never on ESPN. Like every
Well,
time you
yeah,
turn on ESPN, you don't see the Magic on primetime.
right, yeah,
Or TNT, so
yeah, yeah. I'd love to see him go to Dallas. Although maybe, excuse me, maybe Brooklyn is trying to build something, acquiring Julius Randle and another first round pick. So
I feel like Julius Randle's our age. he's got to be getting up there.
I think we've got him by a few years, but
he's old
yeah,
though. He's
he
old.
was trying to think of what Cal team he was on. Was he on there with the Twins? Was that team?
No way. He had to be before those guys, right? Maybe not. Maybe that was that long ago. Dude,
The
time
Twins are
flies.
in broadcasting now, so they're not even in the league anymore.
Yeah.
I
Who
forget what
knows?
their names were, but yeah, they had the 2.
Aaron Harrison, and they're the Harrison twins, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
2013-14, Julius Randle, Kentucky.
Okay.
You were right. You were right. Aaron Harrison and Andrew Harrison.
Hey.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Oh, couldn't stand that dude.
Alex Poitras.
Poitras. Yeah. Okay.
That was a team. That was a Cal team that. Oh, not a great year for Cal. They only finished second in the SEC. Man, Kentucky fans must have been pissed.
Yeah. Get him out of there.
Get him out of there. And I'm going to go Malik Thomas, 27 to the Boston Celtics. Gets in the first round, so it was worth him staying in the draft. We got the Remy Cofield angle, our GM now, with
Oh yeah.
Arkansas, the
Yeah.
Boston Celtic angle there.
Yeah.
They already took Jordan Walsh a few years ago, so they
Yeah.
got the Arkansas ties a little bit.
And
So
one of two favorite landing spots for Giannis.
there you go.
Boston and Miami have apparently emerged as the two favorite. Actually saw something funny the other day about Giannis is that he wants to stay in Milwaukee but not be with the Bucks anymore. And so they were joking he's never played college ball in his life, so he could go to Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
There you go. And he's got 4 years of eligibility technically by today's rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, I'm excited to see where those guys go. Hopefully TB gets drafted, gets to go somewhere fun. He will get drafted.
I think he'll get drafted, yeah.
Yeah, he'll get drafted. Gets to go somewhere fun and start making a little bit of, well, I can't say that anymore. He was making good money at Arkansas, but
yeah,
playing basketball for a career. How about that?
Yeah.
Anyways, as we predicted last Tuesday, Ilya Frolov out of Russia has committed to Arkansas, just as we told you that we were pretty confident was going to happen from what we were hearing. 6'11" kid playing professionally with in Real Madrid's league. So that, barring something crazy with this Michigan stuff, I mean, I feel like that seems to kind of fill out the basketball roster. Obviously, didn't get the big name, big man that we were all kind of knew we would go get. So it's kind of frustrating, but instead of going with one really good big, Cal went and got 4 7-footers, hoping one of them pans out. So that's the strategy apparently.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think the roster is pretty much set. So Ilya Frolov is a Hog. As of today, the baseball Hogs have the #1 transfer portal class in the country by a lot, if I read correctly. Like I said, when the portal closes for baseball and the roster's kind of set, we'll kind of go over who they got and kind of what the roster is going to look like. But Dave wasn't lying in that press conference, was he? He said, "Oh, we're going to be active. We're going to be active in the portal."
Yeah.
And bravo to them, man, going out and signing the #1. We're not, as of today. There's still more time, but the #1 transfer portal class in the country. So it seems like he's got a little bit of urgency in his britches.
Yes, I have no information on this or anything other than just an inkling myself, but I'm like, I think if he could just get a national championship, I think he would immediately retire.
The next day.
Like you might say it at the trophy ceremony, but it's just an inkling to me is he just wants to get that national championship and then just be like, all right, I'm gonna go spend time with my triplet grandkids and just live it up. So yeah, if he could just, I feel like it would be, if he could just get one, he would just be done after that.
Well, he's acting like a man on a mission right now. So hopefully,
and again, I have nothing to say that. That's just me from the outside looking in. So
well, I'm sure it's stinging a little bit tonight because I need to pull it up and make sure. But yep, Oklahoma, the Sooners of Oklahoma have won the college baseball national championship. So yet another
they've looked like the best team in Omaha. So yeah.
Another SEC team has won a national baseball championship before Arkansas.
A team that you beat 2 out of 3.
Team that you beat 2 out of 3 and finished 10th in the league. Really wasn't even good. They weren't a bubble team to get in the tournament, but they weren't like a surefire 2 seed. You know?
Yeah.
And to their credit, they've been beating the brakes off of everybody.
Yeah.
they ran through that Georgia Tech regional. Georgia Tech was a lot of people's national champion pick, and they ran through that at Georgia Tech. They go to Kansas, who we saw what they did to us, and they curb stomped Kansas 2 games in a row. And then they go to Omaha, and all they do is they spank Alabama, they spank Georgia, they spank Georgia again, they spanked North Carolina in game 1 of the finals. Then they had a little slip up in game 2, and then today, 13-2, just wear them out. So
yeah,
dude, baseball's a weird sport, man. That's what's so frustrating about it. It's just the best team does not always win. The best team rarely wins. Everybody said, the number 1 overall seed didn't win for how many years in a row in Omaha?
Yeah.
And
they didn't make it out of their own regional this year.
Didn't even make it to Omaha a lot of years. The number 1 or 2 seed didn't even get out this year. So, yeah, it's a weird sport. Just like, when Ole Piss won it, 3 or 4 years ago, they were the last team in, and then we got hot at the right time and ran through it and won it. So, anyways, yeah, another SEC team has won a national baseball championship. So, I'm sure that's even got Dave even more fired up. Wyndham Clark has won the U.S. Open. People hate Wyndham Clark. Did you realize how many people hate Wyndham Clark?
I had heard when he won the first U.S. Open which that was a crushing one to me, because that was the one that Ricky led for 3 days and then had a bad Sunday. But I'd heard back then, so this is gonna be one of those, like, my wife's grandmother's goldfish's best friend's uncle told me. But so one of my best friend's wife, her friend dated him in like college or something, and did not have great things to say about the guy. So that, and then on top, was it the Ryder Cup that he was acting at? Because I missed what happened with New York.
It was at Oakmont at the PGA. He went in and busted up the lockers and was punching the lockers and all that.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, I mean, here's the deal. There's always a villain, right? And I don't really know what he's done to be a villain besides getting a fight with a locker at Oakmont, which he paid for. But dude, it was crazy. They were booing him when he hit a bad shot. It was like the Ryder Cup. It was like he was a European playing in America. I mean, which I don't hate, dude. I don't hate, man. It brings some, the whole golf decorum thing. I don't love, like, man, if you want to boo somebody, now you gotta quiet during the shot, obviously, and but, like, man, there needs to be a little more heckling in golf. I'm kind of all for it.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help his cause that he's paired with Scotty, who only needs the U.S. Open to complete the Grand Slam. So,
well, and people paid however many $100 for those tickets, and going into that day, Wyndham was 7 under, second place was 1 under. Like, and they want to see it come down to the wire.
Exactly.
So they want him to bogey a bunch of holes, and so they can get their money's worth.
Yeah,
but
which I was glad it ended up being close. He only won by what?
One by one. Yeah, over Sam Burns. Yeah.
It was tough. The two people I was going for were LSU alum and a Texas alum, so it was like, I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always funny watching these, especially the majors. Not so much like the regular tournaments, but majors specifically. It's like, you have your favorite guys that that you want to win before the tournament starts, like going into Thursday. But then by Saturday and Sunday, like, maybe some of your favorite guys have missed the cut. And so then you're like, all right, then you're trying to process like who you would want to win or who's like acceptable to win. It's so different than having like a team. It's, the individual sports. It's like, all right, well, who would I want to win? And you never want like a no name to win a major. You want it to be like somebody you're familiar with. It was like last year, the Masters, couldn't have wanted Rory to win less, but then it was like it was starting to come down to him and like some, some not so famous names, and you're like, well, dang it, I guess it'd be good for the sport if Rory won, whatever. So it's so funny how like watching a tournament, these golf tournaments go, because it's so different than like when you have a team, like you're fully invested in a team. Whereas golf, you have like a few favorite guys, and then when they're not like really in the mix, then you're like, all right, well, who would I settle for winning now? Or like, who would I, and so anyway, yeah.
I usually know who I don't want to win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like you said, the no-name guys, I'm sure they're great guys, but like when Aaron Rye won, the last one, you're just like, oh, whatever. But I know, like, I've just always hated Sergio Garcia, and this is really bad to say because I know he's a great guy, but like, I just hate Justin Rose. Like, I know he's like one of the best guys ever, but like, I hate Justin Rose. And
anytime Rosie,
I don't know. It's just.
Have I told my Justin Rose story on the pod?
I don't think so.
Okay, forgive me if I have, but I'll tell it real quick. At the PGA in Tulsa a couple years ago, so I've made my massive credit card debt purchase in the pro shop. And so I've got, all my merch I'm carrying around in the bag. I've got my PGA flag. I've got it somewhere over here. I could probably pull it out. But anyway, I've got the PGA flag that I've got that I want to get autographed. And I've got, a list, same kind of thing. Like, you're rooting for your guys. I've got like 10 guys in my head that I was like, I would want one of these guys to sign my flag or whatever. So like if I'm gonna hang it up, like I want it to be somebody that I like and not just anybody. And so I go to the in between two of the grandstands that's up by the players' parking lot. And so I guess throughout the week, a bunch of golfers had come over and like signed a bunch of autographs and stuff. But this was Sunday, final day. A lot of guys were probably just ready to get out of there and go. So there's a lot of like, it was me, like 2 other adults, and then like 11 kids in front of me.
That guy.
And yeah. Hey, dude, I'm there. I'm to the point now. I'm like, I don't care. I was like,
oh, same. Same.
I'm like, I think about it in terms of like, would I, like on my way home, I'd be like, dang it, I could have got so-and-so's autograph and I didn't. Or, I didn't even try to go get somebody's autograph or take a picture, whatever. So I'm to the point now, I'm like, I don't care. And so we're there. Not a lot of people are coming over. You're seeing them. I mean, they're like 30 feet in front of you, just going to their car. A lot of guys are waving. Another reason I hate Rory is, like I said, it's like me, 2 other adults, and like 11 kids. I mean, he's 25 feet away, getting ready, like throwing stuff in his car, changing shoes, all that stuff. Doesn't even, all the kids are like, Rory, Rory, Rory. Doesn't even acknowledge. Like, I get if it's the last day you're wanting to get out of there, leave. Like, a lot of golfers were like, hey, guys, sorry, I got to catch a flight, or like, would at least wave or, do something. Didn't even acknowledge the kids over there. And like, that's something I got a problem with.
Oh, for sure. That's terrible.
You don't have to, I get it's got to be tiresome, exhausting, all that stuff, especially after a 4-day or week long at a major, all that stuff. But I'm like, just to not even like do a head nod, a little wave, be like, hey guys. Anyway, so Justin Rose comes over.
Oof.
And he's, signing all, like, again, less than 15 people over here. He's signing every autograph over there. And so he's signing the people. He gets to me and like looks at me. He's got the Sharpie in his hand. He looks at me and I'm standing there with my flag, and I was just like, and back to, I shook my head back away. Me and Justin Rose locked eyes. I looked at him in his eye sockets and shook my head no, and took a step back. And he was just like, okay, and then kept signing. And so yeah.
Did you not like excuse yourself from the situation before it got to that point?
No, I was in the moment.
Did you not like hide the flag? Like, hi, high five, Justin,
No, yeah, dude, yeah. Again, this is a situation I did drive home and be like, I was like, I could have pulled like the ticket. Like,
Oh,
even if I
Lord.
didn't want him to sign my flag, I was like, I could have pulled the ticket out of my pocket,
Yep.
had him sign that. Like, just like, dude won the first gold medal when they brought Olympics back.
Yep.
He's a
Yep.
major champion, borderline like Hall of Fame golfer. Uh, just didn't get it and looked this man in the eyes and was like, no, I'm good. And
That's
he was like, what the hell? Just kept
that's
signing.
hilarious.
So that's my Justin Rose story. And at the PGA next year, I hope I have the opportunity to briefly explain that story to him and
That's right.
gladly have him sign
That's
something of
right.
mine.
Correct.
So
Correct. All
yeah,
come full circle.
yeah, absolutely. So, but
If you
that's my
somehow get yourself in that situation again,
yeah,
and it's Justin Rose of all people,
yeah.
if you
Well,
don't do it, you're gonna get struck by lightning.
oh,
Like
absolutely.
that's a
Yeah,
good Lord telling you to make this right.
absolutely, absolutely. Or I don't do that, and he rattles off like a
I remember
career
you.
grand slam or something. Like, like
Yeah.
becomes like one of the greatest golfers of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Um, yeah, so that's my story there. But I'm gonna next year I have a goal of one telling him that story and then trying to redeem myself. And the only fitting thing would it be if he looked at me and was like, I'm not signing yours and keeps
That's
going.
right. That's
I would
right.
totally accept it.
That's
But
hilarious. That's like my son went to Austin Reeves basketball camp this week or
mhm,
last week, and it's him and his brother.
yeah,
So his brother really runs everything. His brother plays overseas professionally. I mean, he
okay.
plays in the German league. He was the MVP of some league in Germany.
He
Um,
was incredible that state championship game
yeah,
also.
yes,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
Spencer Reeves. Yeah, he was a really great high school player.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, the last day of camp, like they bring a table out, they got the backdrop, and Spencer's on the mic. He's like, "Hey, here's how we're gonna do the autographs. You know, line up here. Me and Austin will be sitting here at the table. Um, but you get one item, you get it signed by both of us, or you can get it signed by just Austin, or you get it signed by just me. Like he knew nobody's gonna get it signed by just him.
Yeah.
But Parker, my son, had an Austin Reeves card to
Mhm.
get signed. He's like,
Yeah.
"What about the other guy?" And I was like, "It's tough, man. Like, he's not signing his brother's card. Like,
Yeah.
he just."
Yeah.
And so, and I feel bad for Spencer. He takes it like a champ, dude. I mean, so
Yeah.
many kids just want they got a Reeves jersey or a
Yeah.
Reeves, and they just want Austin's autograph,
Yeah.
and so he just takes it like a champ. But it's kind of the same principle, man. You just, you know, you, Justin Rose, Spencer Reeves, you know,
Yeah.
they're
Basically.
they're professionals. They'll be all right. So,
Yeah.
um, last bit of national sports podcast news and the best for last. The USA, Team USA, 2-0 in the World Cup. Spanked Australia 2-0 in Seattle. The Legion of Boom. Did you watch it?
Not a second.
Dude, it was electric.
All right.
You
In
need
my
to at
defense.
least watch the walkout
Okay.
and the national anthem
Okay.
because it's just weird the things that bring us together. And you think of a place like Seattle, one of the liberal capitals of the world, Antifa, just everything that they have up there. And dude, you just see nobody sings the national anthem louder than a group of 80 plus thousand soccer fans at the World Cup.
Okay.
And it is really, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I got chill bumps watching it. I got
Okay.
goosebumps. I
All
mean,
right. Well,
it was awesome.
all right.
And then Team USA comes out, scores two early in the first half. People just going crazy. And there's just a vibe right now. Like, just a
All
vibe.
right. I'll
It's must see TV. It's what it is.
okay. Well, all right. Well, let me tell you a couple things. So one in my
Be a patriot.
okay. In my defense, I'd rather just go watch The Patriot. But it's my favorite movie of all time, by the way, if we do favorite movies this summer. Uh but a couple things. One, my dad got us a tea time literally like at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. So I was at Scottsdale up in Bella Vista playing some golf with my dad for Father's Day. Yeah, I will have you know, I did check the score about midway
Yeah,
through.
that's good.
Saw we were up 2-0.
That's a start.
There's that. And then what I really want to wait for, and you being the Never Yield Pod official soccer ambassador and most knowledgeable, I was made aware before the Australia game or match, whatever you're supposed to say.
Match.
Yeah, okay. On the pitch?
Yes, on the pitch.
Okay.
The football game.
Yeah. So stupid. The fact that you say we beat down Australia and it was 2-0 is all the reason that I don't need to be a huge soccer guy. Anyway, so I was led to believe that there is a mathematical chance for us to play England on July 4th, 250 years to the day of the Declaration of Independence being signed. To which, if that happened, I would not only watch it, if it's within driving distance, I may even go. I mean, I'm not going to pay $30,000 to go to this game, but I may go just be in the atmosphere.
I have not heard that.
I was led to believe
that would be electric. That can't be true. Oh,
I was led to believe that is a mathematical possibility, which I don't even know what that means because one, I'm bad at math, and two, I don't know how the whole matchups work in the World Cup. But
yeah, I'll be there with you if that's the case. That's like,
could you imagine 250 years to the day, dude? If they could only play it somehow in Philadelphia,
yeah, that would be crazy.
There
is no way we would lose that game. There is no way
look this up.
We would ever lose that game.
Is there a chance for the U.S. and England to play in the World Cup on July 4th? Let's see what AI has to say. Dang it. Maybe that was just before. All right. It says no, the United States and England cannot play each other on July 4th in World Cup. July 4th matches are scheduled as round of 16 knockout games in Philadelphia and Boston. But the predetermined bragging of these meetings. So maybe because we won, we can't, because this was before the Australia.
Okay.
Maybe it's because we won. So maybe there was a chance.
There probably was a chance. Yeah.
But it is in Philadelphia and Boston.
Dude, that's crazy.
Could you imagine we're playing England on July 4th, 250 years to the day in Philadelphia? They'd have to take down the Liberty Bell and bring it to the stadium.
Can you imagine how quick the movie would come out?
Oh my gosh. Writes itself.
Yeah, it writes itself.
But
anyways, yes.
That I shouldn't have looked it up because that automatically took any interest I had in the World Cup and threw it out the window.
We may be good at soccer. We may actually be good.
Cool.
We have never in the history of the World Cup, I heard, started 2-0. So that's check mark number 1. We're playing Turkey Thursday at 9 p.m. in LA. Turkey's 0-2. We're 2-0. There's nothing to play for, but I'm assuming, the World Cup only happens once every 4 years and you'll never play it in your own country again. So I'm assuming even though there's nothing to play for, we've already clinched the 1 seed in our group. It'll still be an electric game. But we may be a soccer powerhouse. It may finally have happened. Now, we have like the 15th best odds of winning this thing, which is crazy to me because that conglomerate of guys that I watch on that pitch is not the 15th best team in the world.
Okay.
That's a team with a chance to make a run. So, at what point in the knockout stage, would you maybe think about tuning in? I don't think we've ever even been in the round of 16. I know we haven't been in the round of 8. We might have been in the round of 16. I know we've never been in the round of 8, I don't think.
We never did back when Landon Donovan was at the helm.
No. Good
what
call,
about that?
though.
What about that goalie that we had?
The bald guy.
Tim, was it Tim something?
Look at you, Tim. Yeah, his first name was Tim.
Super knowledgeable soccer guy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know what a knockout round is.
It's single elimination bracket play. I mean, it's a tournament.
Okay. So it starts out in a pool.
Correct.
Or a group. You win your group, and then you go to single elimination?
Top 2 most years. And then, like everything else, we went to top 3 in each group, I think.
I would watch dang it, I really wanted that July 4th England match. I can't tell you how much I was actually looking forward to that. We need to like play them in pickleball or something. But no, if there's an interesting matchup, I'll do it. Can we?
The country's already a buzz. I'm telling you, if they get to the final 8,
is there a chance for us to play like Iran or Iraq or something? That would be. I would watch that.
If we played Iran, that would be fun.
Yeah,
if we somehow got matched up with like Messi in Argentina, that'd be crazy.
Well, okay. I'll tell you this. So, the only World Cup game that I've ever watched my whole life. I think I got invited to come over and have like dinner at my parents' house. They were hosting a missionary from Argentina, like he was Argentinian.
I think you have told this one on the podcast.
Okay,
but go ahead.
Well, anyway, it was when I think it might have been the championship match, and it was Argentina and whoever. But yeah, just watching it with him in the room and seeing the passion that he had for his Argentinian team and Messi was pretty fun to watch. So
Messi did set the all-time record for most goals in a World Cup today, by the way. So
fantastic.
He's a dude.
Well, that couldn't have been any less than probably 12 years ago. So Messi's been around for a while.
No, he has scored 5 goals in 2 games, which is crazy at his age. Crazy.
Yeah. So I don't think it was 8 years ago. No, 8 years ago I was living up here. So yeah, it had to have been 12 years ago. That
Thursday, 9 p.m., USA versus Turkey. Last game of group play. Okay. I've been told that our counterattacks are A+ superior. So
I did see a lot of that our coach looked like Russell Crowe, and we were playing Australia.
People love our coach.
And he's Australian. Yes. Russell Crowe. So
okay. People do love our coach.
Okay.
I'm fairly confident our coach is not American, which is what it takes for us to be good at soccer. We need somebody who actually knows something about soccer to teach us soccer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for Thursday night at 9. I will definitely be must-see TV.
See what I can do.
You'll have the kids down by then. Just flip it on just watch the walkout and the national anthem, and you'll be like, all right, that was cool. And then you can go. Right. Then turn on House of Dragon, and then just continue on with your night.
Man, I tell you, I've really been getting into these. Netflix has a series of presidential documentaries. And this week, or last like 2 weeks, I've wrapped up Washington and one on Abraham Lincoln. Wow. Dude,
I need to watch. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I didn't know that.
They're super good. They're like partially acted and then partially like, they have like scholars and stuff and historians that'll talk, professors and stuff.
Yeah.
That'll talk on them. But yeah, super. And they're only like 3 episodes. They're long episodes, but they're only like 3 episodes. So I watched the Washington one and the Abraham Lincoln one. I'm gonna do Teddy Roosevelt next, but they're super well done.
Yeah, I'll definitely tune into that. I'm all
So in the
about.
dog days of summer, they're a good watch.
That's right. That's right. All right, now what everybody's been waiting for, our top 5 Razorback favorite football players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Not the 5 best players of all time. Our favorite.
Yep.
I guess I'll go first. Starting at number 5.
This is in order going from
5. Yeah. We'll just rotate. I'll go 5. You go 5.
Okay.
And most of these guys, I can't even tell you why they're my favorite. They were just players that I attached to or clinged on to as a youngin. Not the best players by any means, but pretty good.
Okay.
My number 5 favorite Razorback of all time, Ahmad Batman Carroll.
There you go.
In the prime of the Houston Nut era, Batman at the time I thought was a lockdown corner. He got a lot of pass interferences because he was very handsy, but he had a great celebration every time his guy did not catch the ball, whether he had anything to do with it or not. He had a great celebration. He was super fast, track star. I think it was mainly just the name Batman. That's probably why I attached to him. If he was just Ahmad Carroll, he probably wouldn't be on this list.
Exactly.
But Ahmad Batman Carroll, 2001 to 2003, drafted by the Green Bay Packers. I guess he wasn't as good as I thought he was because he only had 4 career interceptions. But in
at
college,
Arkansas?
Yes.
That is very surprising, actually.
Right. But number 5 for me, Ahmad Batman Carroll.
Because they didn't throw to him.
That's right. But that's part of it, seriously.
Yeah.
Because they always threw away from it.
Yeah. I did a high school art project. I did a canvas painting where I did the Batman logo, and then inside of it, it said Carroll, and then I painted a Razorback on one side and the Green Bay Packer G on the other side when he got drafted.
There you go.
I had it up until probably 2 moves ago. I think I finally threw it away, but
that's a shame.
It was it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Shame. But yeah, I did that. No, great pick in the 5 slot. In the 5 slot I have one Clint Sterner. Who
great pick.
Who, could be controversial based on the 1998 season, but next year came back, redeemed himself. But no, that was when Houston Nutt got hired. That was his first year was my first Razorback game that I ever went to. Dad took me to a game in Little Rock. Clint Sterner was a quarterback. And then that game was in Little Rock. And then the next year we went in, it was my first game in Fayetteville. And we played Georgia. Had some of the best seats I've ever had in Razorback Stadium. We were like 15 rows up on the 50-yard line, only to watch Clint Sterner throw a pick six on the first play from scrimmage, and we lost 56-7. But I did go back. I mean, it was I think I was in high school, but I did go back because we always would get a program. Living in Hot Springs and being, probably lower middle class growing up, my dad he let me and my brother pick one Razorback game a year, and so he would take us to that game. And so I picked Georgia game that year, and I had my program. Dude, that, especially on the defensive side of the ball, was absolutely stacked. Well, first of all, it's Quincy Carter, who was first round draft pick by the Cowboys at quarterback. But then on the defensive side, it was like Marcus Stroud. It was, I think that might have been right before David Pollock, but because David Pollock played against Matt Jones. But anyway, there was an insane amount of NFL guys on that team. But anyway, all I have to say Clint Turner. He was a quarterback when I first kind of really started following the Razorbacks. Obviously had a great career, still probably a top 5 or 6 quarterback in Razorback history, even before, uh, you know, it became a lot more pass happy. So anyway, and I've loved his commentary, like in his post career, all that stuff. Just he's a really cool Texas, like very deep uh accent. So Clint Turner, just cool dude.
Great
Love
pick.
love Clint. So that's my
Great
thought.
pick. Yeah, great pick. Same first quarterback that I kind of fell in love with as a kid. Clint
Yep.
Stoner. Great pick. Number 4 on my list. 2000 to 2002. The hardest hitter that I've ever seen wear a Razorback uniform, Ken Hamlin.
Yep.
I love Ken Hamlin. I love seeing a guy that, there was no targeting back then. If there was targeting when Ken Hamlin played, he would have been ejected from every game.
Yeah.
Because, dude, he would just tear heads off when people cross the middle.
Yeah.
And I think I always loved Ken Hamlin, but we went on a stretch for several years where we had really bad safeties after that. And I think it made me appreciate Ken Hamlin more.
I think it's continued to today.
Right. Because I would just always say, we just don't have any Ken Hamlins out there. Like,
Yeah.
Ken Hamlin would have killed that guy.
Absolutely.
And so, great player. One of the all time greats in my opinion for Arkansas football. Definitely one of the best safeties. I think he was a second round pick. Pretty
I think
good
he was a
career.
first round pick.
Was he a first round? Pretty good
To
career
Seattle.
with Seattle. Yeah, pretty good career with
And the
Seattle.
Cowboys.
But yeah, huge Kenny Hamlin fan. Just annihilated receivers and running backs for that matter. And so, like I said, may have been one of those things we just didn't have any more of those for a while. We had Kenoy Kennedy and then Ken Hamlin.
Yeah.
And that was kind of it. So
I think I think on 3 fingers, you go Steve Atwater, Kenoy Kennedy, Ken Hamlin, probably the 3 best safeties to ever come through.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, off the top of my head, that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Kenny Hamlin, number 4.
Okay. That's a great pick. I like that one. My brother, to this day, from the day Ken Hamlin got drafted to now, has been a Seattle Seahawks fan because Ken Hamlin got drafted to the Seahawks back in 02, 03. So obviously we don't have a team.
And he would have been young then. Your brother would have been super
we were in
young.
high school.
Yeah.
We were probably in 10th grade. So he would have been in 8th, 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
So yeah. So because of Ken Hamlin, my brother's a Seahawks fan. So there you go.
There you go.
Paid off for him this year. In the 4 hole, I've got Peyton Hillis.
Oh,
Good
pick.
Just Arkansas kid. Was super generous. Back when they had the fan days where you could go up and like get the autographs and meet the players, all that stuff. He was like one of only like 2 or 3 players that stayed after and like talked to everyone and signed every autograph, all that stuff. Just was a workhorse, like just the stories of him in high school working out by pulling
the bus or whatever he pulled.
Yeah, I think he drove a Chevy Silverado and would like pull it down the road like for his workouts and stuff, and then just did everything for us, like caught punts, caught passes, obviously blocked. I mean, was the number 3 guy in the 3-headed running back monster that was, but eventual had to be the biggest underdog Madden cover of all time. Just had a super random like 2-year stretch in the NFL that was incredible. So, yeah, just I was a big Peyton Hillis guy. Loved Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, great pick. My brother got a mouthpiece from Peyton Hillis.
There you go.
'Cause, after the game when we were beating people so
Yep.
bad, those you don't know, we were very blessed growing up. My aunt and uncle had very front row seats, still do to this day at Razorback Stadium. Chairbacks, very front row, right behind the Razorback bench and or sideline, I guess technically. But yeah, we always would, you know, we'd always get gloves, armbands, whatever. And sure enough, Peyton Hillis, he threw his armband to one kid and another glove to another kid. And we were like, oh man, he's over here. He threw his mouthpiece and my brother caught it. I don't know if he still got it or not, but at the time, that was pretty cool as a kid,
Oh yeah.
Don't care about germs. So,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, Peyton Hill's one of the greats,
Yeah.
certainly for sure. All right, my number 3, 1999 to 2003. Never really panned out until his very last year. Couldn't stay healthy. Cedric Cobbs.
He was almost on mine.
Number 3. Once again, it just goes back to like right when you first start getting into Razorback football, like die hard. Talked about Clint Sterner being the quarterback. Cedric Cobbs was a running back. True
Oh,
freshman,
that
Little
2000
Rock.
Cotton Bowl,
Yes.
Cedric
Took his
Cobb show.
text. Yep. Yep. And, Little Rock guy and just unbelievable freshman year. Got hurt, kept getting hurt. Ended up being a 5-year player, like because he got a red shirt, medical red
Mhm.
shirt, and all that. And then his senior year, he ended up having a great year. He rushed like 1,200, 1,300 yards.
Mhm.
He's finally healthy. But man, just that number 4, man, just seeing that number 4 in the backfield and Cobbs. It all started, like you said, that Cotton Bowl against Texas in
Mhm.
2000, him running wild. And yeah, just the good old days. I don't know where Cedric Cobbs ranks on the best running backs to come through Arkansas, but dang it, to this 13, 14-year-old kid, he was the best.
Oh,
So,
dude, yeah.
um,
If he would have stayed healthy the whole time, I think he'd be in a whole different conversation because he was that dude his freshman year and his senior year. Just couldn't stay healthy in between there. But
yeah.
yeah, I remember that. We all went to that Independence Bowl in 2003
Oh
against
yes.
Missouri. Matt
Yeah.
Jones versus Brad Smith,
Yeah.
and he had a great couple really good runs in that game. So yeah, Cedric Cobbs, he was borderline on my list. So loved Cedric Cobbs. Good pick.
Yeah. He's,
Good pick. In the 3 spot, I have one of the most undersized but overproducing guys of all time. I didn't look up all the years and stuff, but this would have been in the Matt Jones era. But I've got Tony Bua.
yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
just he was our career leading tackler up until Bumper Pool broke it
Mm-hmm.
in like 6 years or however long Bumper Pool was here. So it that was a long standing career tackles record,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
um, dude was just undersized, but was all over the field. Like if the ball was in the air, you were seeing 22 rushing to. He was in the area, no matter where it was on the field. He was there. So I think he was from Louisiana, but I think he lives up here now in Northwest Arkansas, or at least
Does
did.
he?
I think he might have like a roofing company or something. But yeah, uh, he had a short stint in the NFL. Had a little opportunity. I think he went undrafted. Might have played with like the Dolphins for very briefly. I think it was on maybe like kickoff return stuff. But as a Razorback was awesome. I mean, he was on those defenses with Batman and Lawrence Richardson, um, and Caleb Miller and Jeb Huckabee. Those guys like that. That was
Mm-hmm.
a really fun defense to watch. So, but yeah, I've got Tony Bua in this. I guess now the second all-time leading tackler
Yeah.
in
Dude,
Razorback
yeah,
history.
dude, he was
But
everywhere. He was everywhere. Such
yeah,
such such a fun player, man.
yeah.
Such a fun player. Great pick. Great pick. My number 2, I got a feeling our top 2 are the same. My
Oh,
number
shit.
2, without a doubt, the best player in Razorback football history, um, Darren McFadden. There's really, it goes without saying. I'm not going to sit here and talk about D-Mac. Everybody knows D-Mac, but a little bit later than those other guys on my list, kind of when I was graduating high school, only a year older than me, which was always crazy to think about. But um,
A year in school, he's the same
yeah,
age.
yeah, yeah.
He was born in between you and I. So I'm August 5th. He was August 20 something. You're September 1st of
That's right.
87. So
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, D-Mac, dude, he was just a different breed, man. I remember he never got much run his freshman year, and then it all started against Vanderbilt at home. We got beat that game if I remember right, but he got a carry around the outside, a sweep or a toss, and there he is, baby. Got that wood. Got that wood. He
I
got a
think
pitch around the outside as a true freshman. He trucked a guy, and it was after that one play against Vandy. He started getting more and more carries, and it just ran wild, man, and got screwed out of a Heisman
twice.
for sure once, probably twice. but yeah, just generational player. Then when the whole Wildcat thing, I mean, you talked about it when we hired Ryan Silver, or before that, just relevant and all over ESPN, college game day in town. Obviously, Heisman Trophy ceremonies, Sports Center top tens, breaking records, running, passing, catching touchdowns, all in the same game. Just, I mean, generational.
Yeah.
He's the one kid that the one player that, like, my 9-year-old son knows Darren McFadden, just because I've talked to him about D-Mac and we've watched highlight videos. And if you went and said, "Hey, who's the best Razorback of all time?" he'd say D-Mac. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, just because you got to raise him right. So
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
yeah, unfortunately, just couldn't etch himself in history with a Heisman or winning a natty or anything like that. And I'm surprised to see that, like, nationally, you see all this crap on Twitter and Instagram, like, running back so and so versus so and so, who's better, or top 5 running backs of the last 50 years, and even people from all around the country would be like, "Oh yeah, Darren McFadden number 2, he belongs there."
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very, you don't ever see people like, "Oh, D-Mac was overrated." Like, dude, he literally took the whole country by storm.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
Darren McFadden number 2, I could talk for hours about D-Mac,
Oh,
but
1000%. Yeah, he's in my 2 spot too. Just yeah, incredible talent. Again, the greatest player to ever put on a Razorback uniform. Maybe in any sport, but definitely
and
football.
it's rare when even the old heads admit it.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
to get
Nope.
Randy Drennan to admit that somebody from not the 60s and 70s or 80s is
Yeah.
the greatest Razorback of all time
Yeah.
is an achievement for Darren McFadden.
Yes. Yeah, I truly believe that he got robbed twice of the Heisman. One, Troy Smith,
The Troy
like,
Smith one was just a blatant, just unbelievable.
well, they didn't give it to him then because they said a sophomore had never won the Heisman.
Correct.
So they gave it to Troy Smith. Then the very next year, give it to a sophomore,
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, who was just a stat monster. I mean, Tim Tebow, incredible college player, better person, but just like they didn't use their running backs at all. Like, if it was inside the 5-yard line, they would rush it 3 times until he fell in the end zone, like,
Yeah.
till Tim Tebow fell in. So, like, it was very stat padded, whereas if you take Tim Tebow off of Florida, they'd have still been just fine. You take D-Mac off of Arkansas, we're nowhere near what I mean, the fact that he was the best running back in the country. Oh, also, while having another first round pick and a future Madden cover athlete in the same backfield
with
so just imagine
god awful quarterbacks at that.
Yes, exactly. So they knew we were running the ball. He's not only the best running back in the country, he's throwing touchdowns, which before or since have never seen a running back throwing multiple. Like you might see a play here and there where it's like a running back tough, but like I think he had like 7 passing touchdowns in his career. Insane. Then he's returning kickoffs for touchdowns. Like nowadays, you don't ever see a starting running back as a kickoff returner. He's doing kickoff returns, and he's probably the best receiver on the team. I mean, just they're sending him on go routes out of the backfield, like just yeah. There'll never be another Darren McFadden.
Nope.
You're never gonna. I think if we could have had a better supporting cast around him, like I think
I remember that LSU game in Little Rock. Casey Dick went like 3 for 18.
Yeah.
And D-Mac still did his thing. We got beat, but like that's what we were dealing with. I mean, and when Casey Dick did throw it, it was going to Marcus Monk. So, I mean, there was just nothing else out there.
Yeah. Our other starting quarterback he got moved to receiver, so that tells you where our quarterback room was. But again, we could spend an entire podcast just talking about Darren McFadden. I've watched Darren McFadden highlights just to put me in a better mood. I'll throw on YouTube and be like, it just makes me happy. So
it makes me feel old because the video quality is so bad. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Was it really this hard to watch in 2006? Was the video quality this bad? I'm shocked. Every time I watch every time I turn them on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Jefferson Pilot was not great.
No, it was not. Yeah, and then number 1, Matt Jones. Just obviously Darren McFadden was a better player than Matt Jones, but Matt Jones just took I don't even know what it was. It was just magic. Magic is the only word I can come up with for what Matt Jones did. Once again, another Arkansas kid, and did everything unorthodox. Wasn't the most naturally gifted. Didn't have the rhyme mouthed arm, and he made playing football backyard style the easiest I've ever seen it in college to this day. Johnny Manziel was really good at it, but I mean, Matt Jones he would just roll around here. Oh, nobody open. Let me run all the way across the field. Oh, nobody open. Okay, let me just go run and score a touchdown now. I mean, and he wasn't quick footed. He had the long strides, and he just made people miss. And the angles, they would think they'd have the right angle, and he would just loop right around them. And it was just, whenever he dunked that ball on the field goal post against Ole Miss in Fayetteville, I mean, I've still got the Arkansas Democrat Gazette sports page of that still shot like that. He was already my favorite player. And when he did that, I was like, this dude he walks on water. And so, anyways, Matt Jones, number 1, once again, could talk all day. Not the greatest passer, but I'll tell you right now, if it's 4th and 15 and I could pick one player, give me Matt Jones to make a play. So
he's gonna make something happen.
Make something happen.
Corey's down there somewhere.
So, the 7 overtime god, Matt Jones, will not lose in 7 overtime games.
Yeah. We'll barely lose in 6 overtimes.
Only loses in 6 overtimes.
But not 7 overtimes.
That's correct.
I mean, and so I think it's part of, and it's an absolute travesty that the stars didn't align for him and T-Mac to play together.
1 year. Just give us 1 year.
They missed each other by 1 year.
Yeah.
We did get to see Matt Jones and Peyton Hillis for 1 year, but gosh, if we could have seen Matt Jones and D-Mac on the same team, good Lord, what would have happened? Yeah, but I think the Matt Jones
You're
thing
number one
is
also, correct?
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I should say that. Obviously, we just said you and I are the exact same age, within a month of each other, and I think it was just the timing that he was there. So he was there from like junior high through high school, which is like, I mean, your peak, probably
Yeah.
your very peak fandom of like understanding the game, not only understanding like what you're watching, but then, appreciating what's going on, and then just still being young enough to where like you're really looking up to these guys. And so, I mean, I remember I spent uh like all my birthday money when I went to Hibbett Sports in the Hot Springs Mall. The summer after his freshman year, they had that number 9 jersey on the on the top row at Hibbett Sports. I was like, let me get one of those. And I wore the heck out of that thing. And then actually, um, I claim this, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I may have gotten that said jersey that I just mentioned signed by Matt Jones. May have been the last autograph that he ever signed while in uniform. Um, we lost to Jamarcus Russell in Little Rock. Got destroyed, but apparently Matt Jones didn't even have a shoulder in that game. And there was a little kid, Little Rock. There was like a gate, like a gate where you could see the Razorback locker room, but
Oh yeah.
you
Yep.
couldn't
Still
get to
there.
it.
Still that way.
And so it was like me. I took a buddy to that game who had never been to a Razorback game, and then there's a little kid right next to me, and he was wanting to get Matt Jones off, obviously. And so he had like a hat or something for him to sign, but he didn't have a Sharpie. I did. And so there was a guy on the other side of the gate that was like working security or like was with the team for something. Anyway, and he was like, "Hey, I'll go get that signed for you." Talking to the little kid, and I was like, "He's like, do you have a marker?" And the little kid was like, "Oh no," and I was like, "I do." Like, if you'll take my jersey with you, uh, I'll give you my marker or whatever. So he did. So, and then I watched, he signed the hat first and then signed my jersey, walked in the locker room for the last time. So in my mind, it's the last autograph he ever signed in a Razorback uniform. But yeah, then went on to be a first round pick by the Jaguars as a receiver, which is crazy in its own
Made
right.
some great catches in the
Oh,
NFL.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And so,
But just
yeah.
the ultimate winner. Like the Ole Miss 7 overtime game,
Yeah.
the Kentucky 7 overtime game, the miracle on Markham. I mean, all he did was win big games.
Yeah. I mean, all of my best memories are literally Matt Jones games, uh, like those games, and then Darren McFadden bringing game day to Fayetteville. Still to this day, the only time I've ever been.
Yeah.
And then I was in Little Rock when we beat LSU to go to the Sugar Bowl.
Bobby P.
But yeah, I mean, to be in the stadium from Miracle on Markham, I have a picture right over here somewhere with the ticket from that game in it. Yeah, there was, again, like we said, there's never another Darren McFadden. There's definitely never another Matt Jones.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just his attitude, his persona, like just so lackadaisical about it, and then
that's what made him so awesome.
Yeah.
Like he was just different.
Yeah.
He was just different.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, like in that 7 overtime game, he just went over to that Ole Miss. He just went over to that bench. He just flopped down. It was just like he wasn't trying to be all rah rah. He's like, dude, I'm dead.
Yeah.
This sucks. This is miserable. You can see
Yes.
it. But then the next play, he'd go out and do it. Like
true freshman, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, it was just unbelievable.
Beat Eli Manning's Ole Miss Rebels.
Houston finally gave him the job when he decided that he was better than Ryan Sorehand. So You know, they mix and match there for a while, and
Well, I don't even think that was his freshman year. I think that was the next year.
it's crazy.
There was like all kinds of quarterback. I think that was the same year we lost to like UNLV on the opening week or
Uh,
something. Like we had like Robbie Hampton was like the starting
yeah,
quarterback then that he pulled off
yeah.
the intramural field.
No, don't remind me. I was at that game. Um, but anyway, so yeah, so there we go. Top 5 favorite Razorback football players of all time. Like I said, we're in the dog days of summer, so we'll do some stuff like this.
Yeah.
A little bit long today, but you know, we have a lot of good memories of these top 5 guys.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we will continue to come up with stuff
Yeah.
and comment where we're right, where we're wrong. You can't be wrong on your favorites. So
Yeah, your favorites are your
it's
favorites,
not
but
like we're yeah.
tell us who your favorites are.
Yeah, tell us who your favorite Razorback football players of all time are. I'm sure y'all got some odd ones like we do. You got some Batman carols in there that maybe you grew up with in the Petrino years, you know, that we would never
Yeah.
think of or something.
It
So
was hard to condense it to 5 though, by the way. I
it
mean,
was no, I had
had a
several
lot of
honorable mentions.
yeah, a lot of honorable mentions. Another undersized guy that I loved was that's where I got my Houston Nut accent from or my impression, but Sam Ellis-Butu out of LaGrange, Georgia.
It's so
Uh,
good. It's so good.
that was another
Yep,
one of my
I thought
guys.
about
Loved
Sam.
him. Loved him. So
One of the ones that I love that nobody would ever think about was just one of my favorites. I don't know why. He was just a dude. Was Jamal Anderson. Dude, I
oh
loved Jamal Anderson for
well
whatever reason. I mean, I
well
just
started as a receiver, ended as a defensive end, gets picked like 8th overall by the Falcons.
yeah, out of nowhere. Like out of
Yeah,
nowhere. Yeah, just a
yeah.
dude. And so, you know, Cedric Houston, or
Like
Chris Houston. Chris Houston is who I meant. It's the DB.
oh yeah,
Um,
that it is easy to get them confused.
yeah,
Cedric
yeah.
Houston
He
was
went
a
to
running back from Arkansas
Went to
that went to
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chris Houston. But yeah, I mean, even like Jake Beckett. I mean, even in the
yeah,
later years, you know, Jay Wright, all those guys, Joe Adams, magical. You know, in
yeah.
our later, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
there's a bunch. We could go on and on and on. So,
yeah.
anyways, well, that's going to wrap us up for this episode of the Never Yield Pod. Appreciate
Oh,
everybody
let me
listening. Go ahead.
let me break some news here.
Oh.
The breaking news sound.
Whee!
The Bucks are trading Giannis Antetokounmpo
Oh my.
to the Heat
Oh my.
for Tyler Hero and more and some other stuff. But yeah,
Okay.
Miami.
Giannis
Welcome to
is gone.
Miami.
Breaking news here on the Never Yield podcast, which is good because all the big news usually happens like on Wednesday,
Right.
the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
So glad
Yeah.
we got some before. Yeah, I don't think that'll impact anything with Darius unless some.
Shouldn't.
But that is definitely big news in the NBA world. So
Yeah.
all right, it impacts Bobby Portis.
Yes. Yes, it does.
But all right, we will be back next Tuesday. Everybody have a great week. Andrew, take us home, brother.
Stay classy. Never yield. Wear your sunscreen. Have a great summer.
Woo pig.